Hey everyone, Marco Gamer Dude here. So I'm going a little bit off script here because this news literally just came out yesterday. And I'm not talking about the Diddy Kong redesign or the updated renders or anything. People already made videos about that. That doesn't mean like I need a video for that. So this is talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 and how Nintendo has revealed that there will not be any Nintendo Switch 2 review copies or review units sent out to people at launch, or at least before launch. Because you know how usually video games always have like review copies and people get it early and they showcase gameplay a week, maybe even a few days before release? Yeah, it looks like it may not even happen till the launch day when everyone will be pumping out gameplay and stuff. So in this article, it states that people have been warned that they will not have their Nintendo Switch 2 until the launch day. Nintendo has told journalists that this is due to the requirement of a significant day one patch. So because there is a day one Switch 2 update patch, that's the reason why no one will be getting the Switch 2 before the launch day. And of course, people are a little bit upset about that because many journalists and editors and, content creators, YouTubers, some want to have their things early ahead of time. That way they can get them the review of the title and the game already out there and then focus on anything else going around. Nintendo, though, is going to be holding some press review preview events for the new Mario Kart World game, so it will give many of the journalists and critics an incentive to play of the upcoming game. So we could see some new gameplay footage recorded from these journalists and stuff. But like the article says, the reality is that there will be very few reviews already out there for the Switch 2. And it can be a little bit frustrating, not just to the journalists and YouTubers and content creators. It could be also frustrating to all the third-party publishers because they also want to plan to release Switch 2 launch games. Many of them want to have some of the reviews of their game titles already out there ahead of time too. Because what if I'm a guy who's not into Mario Kart but want to get one of the third-party titles going to be coming to the Switch 2 that will be releasing on launch day? I want to know that the game is good, so the review being out there early ahead of time would be good for me. PR stuff. Now, thinking about this could be because, well, even though review copy things are like common for like a lot of press people, journalists, and content creators and everything, like I've received review copies in the past before. This is a new console and everything, not an existing console with a new game. Because if the Mario Kart World game was gonna come out for the Switch 1 and there wasn't gonna be a Switch 2, like I'm saying that for an example. Like say the Switch 2 was not even like out there or even set or anything, and Mario Kart World was gonna release for the Switch 1. Then and only then, I believe they would release review copies and such ahead of the release. This is a new console and a new game, so I really, really doubt they would send a review unit of a console super early ahead of time. Maybe a day before the launch demo day, they'd probably do that, but a week before or anything like that, I don't think they would. Plus, it does kind of help with, leads and stuff, because there are many people who could get the game and console super early and then post gameplay footage way ahead of time. It happens like frequently all the time, and I'm not talking about when review people have it to review it because they got a review copy. I mean people who get the game, purchase it, and have gameplay stuff leaked out already ahead of time. So this could be them making sure nothing gets out, and again, because it's a new console. So it really does depend on how this whole thing is viewed. I mean, it could be good, but it's also kind of bad in a PR sense. I mean, we already know that Mario Kart World is going to be good, but it would be good to have like a review out there. There are some people who are like a little bit more upset because they won't get the game early, but I wouldn't cry about that. I would mostly focus on like the PR side of things, when it comes to this whole thing. In my opinion, I'm okay with this kind of. I mean, yes, it does kind of suck that not everyone's going to be able to have a review thing about all this ahead of time and won't be able to get a review unit. I probably won't get a review unit. I won't get that. I doubt it. But even if I did, it still wouldn't like come like a week before. If they're gonna send out any review unit of a Switch 2, it would come out a day before at least. They are still sticking to the whole day one patch thing, so I don't really know if I buy that entirely. It could be it could be not, because it all depends. I mean, again, this is just a whole new era of gaming right now. This whole thing is like totally new for everything. Nintendo has been kind of like, in their PR thing, you know, with communication and stuff. So, regardless though, this whole thing is a big like surprise to a lot of journalists and content creators. Although there is again going to be some press preview events for some of the journalists and content creators, so they will be getting a little bit more footage maybe. Plus, who knows, we might get a new trailer before Summer Game Fest or something, I don't know. But yeah, that's basically what the whole news thing I want to get out of the way right now, guys. So again, Nintendo is not going to be sending any press review units of the Switch 2. No one's going to be getting it way early ahead of time. So yeah, don't expect a lot of leaked gameplay or anything a week before. The press preview events maybe might see some new footage, but other than that, don't expect too much from it.